and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, and in today's video we are going to be reviewing the Woobles. Woobles, Wobbles, I don't actually know how it's pronounced, but I've seen them all over the internet. I've always thought about how cool it would be to be able to create these little, kits for people to learn how to crochet, but the logistics of it never really made sense to me about how are they making a profit? How much are these things? So I decided to get a couple so I could test them out so you don't waste your money. So let's jump in. So first, I'm going to just take you onto the screen here so you can see the website and kind of the pricing, what's available, and what I chose for this video. So let's jump into that. So first, I want to take you onto the website so you can see exactly what it looks like, what the cost of things are, what you're getting. So let's jump onto the screen. Okay, so this is what the website looks like. Honestly, these things are so cute. The thing that I struggle with the most is the price. If you look here, some of these things, like this Hogwarts bundle, $268. Whew, that's a lot of money. And I'm from Canada, so this is in Canadian. So it would probably be a little bit less if you were in somewhere over in Europe or in the States. But for us, $268 for it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 like stuffies and then the hat. And I guess like all the little like supplies and add-ons like the scarves and so on and so forth. But that seems like a lot to me. So yeah, I'd say the average price of these, like if you're just getting one, like here, this carrot top bunny is $49. And I don't think that these are very big. So, I mean, we'll jump into that when we jump into the actual package itself. But I just find that these are really expensive. I really wanted to do a Hogwarts one because I'm a humongous Harry Potter fan. But most of them were sold out when I did purchase this. And also, they were really expensive. They were more than I wanted to spend. So I steered clear of them, but I think like this Dumbledore one would have been so cute, or the Harry Potter one, super cute. But what I decided to do was I got this pastel llama, and it was $50. I think it was like $49 total, just for this one llama. And I also got the dinosaur in the pastel. So I got the 2 pastels, the llama and the dino, and my total order came to about $100 Canadian. So that's what the website looks like, and that's what I purchased. So I purchased my stuffies at the beginning of March, and I got them about 3 weeks later. It does specify when you order that if you're within Canada, it can take upwards of 3 to 4 weeks. So just be prepared for that if you are ordering from Canada. But this is what they look like. So I got 2. They each came in their own individual packaging. So this one is the dino and this one is the llama. The packaging it's stunning. I love the colors. It has everything on the back that you will need and what's included in these kits. So what's included is the yarn. They also, I guess, have some step-by-step videos. There's one pre-started piece, which I guess can be super helpful for people that don't know how to make magic rings, because you do need to know how to make a magic ring to create stuffies like this. There's a crochet hook, some stuffing, plastic eyes, yarn needle, and there's also some online instructions, what they say. So I think that that's great. It's really beautiful. $50, we'll see if it's worth it. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump into the first one here and we'll open it up together. So it's just an easy tear package here. And this is what the bag looks like when I first opened it. So it comes with some yellow yarn here, and it comes with that rainbow pastel yarn, which is so pretty. I actually love this yarn. Now I will say this yarn is it's very different. It's more of like a, like it's got a lot of give to it. It's like an elastin, I don't know, it's weird. It's not like a classic yarn wool. It's more of like a t-shirt yarn, if you've ever seen a t-shirt yarn. And here, now that I'm playing with this, this is where we have our start and finish that they've already created for us. So I think that that's really helpful. Hopefully I'll check out the tutorials that they have. I'm hoping that they do have one for a magic ring, because you probably need to be able to complete a magic ring, or perhaps not. I don't know. We'll have to see when we get into it. So I have some stuffing, a 4mm crochet hook, just like a classic metal crochet hook. And then this is the wee wobbly bits. That's what it's called. That's kind of cute. And it says here on the back that the instructions are included on the inside of this. So, okay. So it has some more yarn. This is just some black yarn of the same, has the same feel to it. It looks like they send you a metal darning needle, which is really nice. And looks like you get safety eyes here. I don't know how to show you these, but they send you 3 actually, which is good in case you lose one. But they send you some safety eyes as well, and the backings. So I got 3 of those just in case, I guess, I lose one, which is great. Okay, so this is Fred, and he is the pastel version, but I see here that there is just the regular green version. So I think that's the one I need to do. And then here's my option to put in the password. Okay, so here we are. So here's the pattern. Okay, and then this must be all of your videos. So that's actually really nice. They have videos, the overview, how to hold your hook and yarn, single crochet, increase, move the stitch marker, and everything else you'll need to know. Okay, and then it has like step-by-step videos basically for the entire thing. So if you are a beginner, this probably would be a really good thing to use. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so it's just basically going through, and it has photos and videos of exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So that's really good. Okay, well, let's jump in and get started. So don't mind me, I'm just going to be kind of looking at my computer because the pattern is on here. I'm not going to watch the videos. I don't really need to, but if you do need to do that for yourself, then do that if you're a super beginner. So I'm just gonna... Okay, so I downloaded the pattern and it came in a PDF, so that's great. I'm just looking through the abbreviations. Okay. Now what I don't like, this is kind of a pet peeve of mine, but I really don't like working from the outside of the ball of yarn because then your ball of yarn is just kind of flopping all over the place. But this started piece that they do for you, which is very helpful, is starting on the outside. I don't like that. I wish it was starting from the inside because that's where I like to use it from, but that's okay. We'll just make do. So I'm just going to do this. Now, I'm not exactly sure why they have 3 stitch markers on here. And I will say that they must have them just to mark a stitch so that you know exactly where the stitches are. If you're unsure of how, when you're looking at a stitch, what it looks like, I guess that might be why they do the stitch markers. So I'm just going to take those out. And if you know me, I just like to use a scrap strand of yarn as my stitch marker. So I just place it right in front of my very last stitch. I just find that that works better for me, so that's what I do. Okay, so let's get started. So they started a magic ring for us already. So the first round is done. It says that they placed 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that first magic ring. So I'm just gonna let my yarn flop around because we're working from the outside. I guess I should stop complaining. And I'm just gonna get crocheting. Great, so this is what I'm looking like. Now I will say I have very tight tension in my crochet, and their initial magic ring was pretty loose. So if you look really closely, you can see that there's quite large holes. That's kind of a tip for you if you're creating amigurumi. If you don't want holes in your work and you don't want to see the stuffing through them, my suggestion to you would be to downsize your hook, because if you use too big of a hook with specific yarn, you're going to get holes no matter how tight you crochet. But as I crocheted along, I've just done about 4, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds. You can see that the holes are a lot smaller. They are there, but they're a lot smaller. This yarn is beautiful. I will give them that. It is beautiful yarn. I would say this type of yarn is a little bit more difficult to crochet with, in my personal opinion. Not everybody's going to agree with that. I use like chenille yarn a lot, so this is quite different than what I'm used to, but so that's what we're looking like. I'm just gonna keep working and we'll see where we get. Okay, so this is what I'm looking like so far. Now it's a bit bumpy in the front here just because that's where all the decreases are, so I'm hoping that will just smooth out with the stuffing. Now this took me about 20 minutes, just this little piece. I would say it works up very quickly. I will say, however, that my hand hurts so bad. I know that I have very tight tension, so it's kind of my own fault, but this yarn I do find to be very difficult to work with. That's just my personal opinion. That really is a preference thing. Probably a lot of you might not have that same complaint, but I do. Now I've completed up to round 19, and now they're instructing me to place the eyes. I probably personally would have placed the eyes a lot earlier because this hole is so tiny and it's just going to make it a lot more difficult to place them, but that's okay. I wanted to follow it. So I'm just going to place the eyes and stuff it, and then I'm going to finish off the body. It's so difficult to get the eyes on with this being this small. So definitely place your eyes earlier, I would say. Right, well that is very cute. That's what we're looking like after I've stuffed and placed the eyes. So it is very, very cute. I'm gonna give them that. So I'm just gonna finish off this last round here. Don't know how I got all tangled up. Still going, there we go. All right, so there's my little dino guy. So I'm just gonna weave in this tail here. Just cut that. And there we go. That is what he looks like so far. I would say it is beginner friendly. I obviously haven't finished it yet. Next up is the tail, and I can already tell that you need to know how to do a magic ring, or they call it a magic loop. They are two different things. I personally find that a magic ring is easier because I find that the hole is actually fully closed, versus a magic loop you can sometimes be left with a little opening. So personal preference, totally, but you are going to need to know basic stitches. Probably you'll for sure need to know how to do a magic ring. You'll need to know how to do a single crochet, an increase, and a decrease stitch for sure. So if you don't know how to do those things, they do have the tutorials, which is amazing. So I'm going to just continue on and complete this project, and then I'll come back and let you know what my final review is. Okay, I finished it. It is so cute. This is what it looks like. He's got his little arms. I would say sitting here doing this, it took me from start to finish about an hour. And I know how to crochet, so if you're a super beginner and you have to learn the stitches and how to do magic ring, it will take you longer than that. But still, that's pretty quick for, I mean, he's a little guy. He about fits in the palm of my hand, but he's so, so cute. So I think overall aesthetic, they are adorable, especially this yarn. The packaging is amazing. It's beautiful, matte finish. You can tell a lot of time and effort goes into this stuff. I understand the price. For the materials that you're getting, especially with the crochet hook and the darning needle, plus the stitch markers, I got 3 stitch markers, and all the yarn, I do understand why it is priced the way it is, because they have to make a profit at some point. With the packaging and everything, I'm sure that, you know, it's priced fairly, I think. That being said, it is still expensive, so it may not be for everybody, because people may not have the money to spend $50 on a little stuffy like this, but if you do, I think it's really cute. Overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was really easy to do. The instructions were clear. There were lots of videos and things that I could reference if I needed to. So overall, I think the Wobbles or the Woobles, I don't know, let me know in the comments what it's called, but I think it's great. I think if you have the means to do so, it's definitely worth a try, and I think that the final result is super cute. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see more videos like this of me reviewing different things. Otherwise, I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!